Hello and welcome to Philosophy Vibe, the channel where we discuss and debate different philosophical ideas. Today we're going to be looking into a major problem within the Divine Command Theory, and that is the Euthyphro Dilemma. Interesting. Now, to give a brief summary of the Divine Command Theory, ultimately it is the idea that morality comes from God. What is good is that which is commanded by God, and what is evil is that which God forbids. We learn about morality through the divine or the religious texts, such as the Bible, the Torah, the Quran, etc. By reading and understanding the religious texts, a moral person is the one who follows the rules of God. Understood. However, within the Divine Command Theory there arises a dilemma known as the Euthyphro Dilemma. Originally written by Plato as a dialogue between Socrates and Euthyphro, it was then studied by many religious and ethical scholars. To put it simply, the Euthyphro Dilemma questions the nature of the Divine Command Theory and leads to two fundamental points about morality coming from the divine. Point 1. Is that which is morally good, good because God commands it? Or point 2. Does God command it because it is morally good? Why is this a dilemma? Well, let's look into it. Would you agree that that which is morally good is good because God commands it? Yes, I would agree with that statement. So you would agree that God is the creator of morality. If God commands something, it is automatically morally good because God has commanded it. And if God forbids something, then it is automatically morally wrong because God has forbidden it. Morality is completely and solely down to what God wants. Yes, I agree. So here lies the problem. In this case, morality becomes completely arbitrary. There is no morality other than that which God decides. No universal moral laws. Right and wrong, good and evil is just down to how God feels. Morality is not then based on any reason or wisdom or rationality, but just on how God feels, and this could change at any moment. I see. Suppose one day God comes down from heaven and visits you. God then commands you to kill innocent people for no reason other than for his personal amusement. If you agree with the first point of the Euthyphro Dilemma, you have to agree that killing innocent people is morally right, because God has commanded it. So as I said, morality becomes arbitrary, not concrete, and so not really real. Yes, I understand. Okay, so in that case I would have to side with the second point. I would say God commands something because it is good, so morality is real and concrete, and God commands us to live in a moral way. So let's look at the problems that arise with this. If God commands something because it is good, God has not in fact decided what is good, he just knows what is good. Right, but this then implies morality is something over and above God, something not created by God and cannot even be controlled by God. Morality is in fact something God has discovered, something God is bound to. God recommends good, not because he has decided this, but because this is the right and moral way to live. I see. All of this poses a huge problem for God's omnipotence. If God did not create morality and is bound by morality, he therefore cannot change morality. God cannot command what is evil and make it good. This limits God's power and his omnipotence. Yes, I understand. Morality then does not even need God to exist. If God commands something because it is morally good, then we can take God out of the equation and what is morally good still exists and still applies to us. Right. And so this is the main problem with the second point. Ultimately, if morality is over and above God, then God is not the lawgiver, just the law discoverer. Morality is bigger than God and something God must follow. Interesting. So there we have the Euthyphro Dilemma. If that which is morally good is good because God commands it, then morality is just down to the whims and fancies of God. It becomes fluid and arbitrary. And if God commands what is morally good because it is morally good, then morality becomes something over and above God, something God is bound to and cannot change, and therefore limits his omnipotence. Fascinating dilemma, and indeed a huge problem for Divine Command Theory. Well, that's all the time we have for now. Thank you for watching. We hope you enjoyed the vibe. And what are your thoughts? Do you think there are any solutions to the Euthyphro Dilemma? Let us know in the comments below. Please like and share, and if you're interested in philosophy, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Thank you very much, and we look forward to seeing you all soon. Bye bye.